I'd like to take a moment to address you directly, Dr. Freeman. Yes, I'm talking to you, the so-called one free man. How could you have thrown it all away? It staggers the mind. This is not a scientific revolution you sparked. This is death and finality. Surrender while you still can. Help ensure that humanity's trust in you is not misguided. Do what is right, Dr. Freeman. Serve mankind.
Half-Life 2, a simulation of what it's like to live in the dystopian hellscape known as England. To understand this post-apocalyptic world, we have to go back to where it all started, Half-Life 1.
Stop with the microwave!
It's our world set in the early 2000s within the Black Mesa research facility. What began as an experiment in teleportation with alien crystals ended in a resonance cascade.
It's not shutting down. It's not.
Our dimension opened up to Zen. Aliens flooded in, slaughtering everything in their path. Some mindless animals, others filled with purpose. The military arrived to contain the disaster, yet were under orders to silence the facility by killing all survivors. Only the Black Mesa personnel could halt this invasion, yet would have failed if it wasn't for Gordon Freeman. He fought, he ran and lived. Saved dozens of lives, beating back the military and stopping the invasion by throwing himself into Zen and killing their leader, Nihilith. Yet, fate twisted, something resembling a man that people call the G-Man, or Skibbity Toilet, offers Freeman a job to become a puppet or to die.
Time to choose.
With that, Freeman is put in stasis. With the Zen invasion halted and military pulling out, this gave a small window for all the survivors of Black Mesa to escape. Shortly after, different aliens tried to come through, and military Black Ops rocked up to finish the job. A nuclear warhead was brought in, and in a flash, it was over. Meanwhile, portal storms raged across the globe, violent as earthquakes rendering buildings apart. As the mindless creatures of Zen bursted into our world, millions were dying as the world's populations moved into cities for protection. Yet inevitably, starvation, fear, and unrest took root as all governments were pushed to the point of collapse until they arrived. An advanced alien empire, which we would call the Combine, invaded. In mere hours, billions were dying as we almost went extinct. The former administrator of Black Mesa, Dr. Wallace Breen, found a way to communicate and surrender to the Combine, stopping them from finishing their genocide. This was called the 7-Hour War. It has been 20 years since the Black Mesa incident and the 7-Hour War. There are only a few million of us left as we're rounded up into cities, as they've set up suppression fields, preventing humans from reproducing. The Combine left an occupation force as they squat in the remains of our civilization. Humanity are a tiny cog in their universal empire as they drain our oceans, our resources to the last drop. We are the last generation. We are starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is the end of history. Yet, fate twists one last time, for Gordon Freeman has risen. The rules. 1. We must save every citizen. No cheating, of course. 2. We must remove every threat. Killing everything hostile here will save more lives elsewhere. For casualties, I will be counting the zombies and all of these corpses. Also, to address some comments in the Half-Life videos, thanks to this legend, you can actually save the officer here by killing this zombie with a grenade. It's surprisingly easy. And thanks to this king as well, by throwing a grenade here and running around, you can actually save this officer. based. Also, to let you know, I've already covered Blue Shift. It's at the end of my opposing force video. And with Corporal Shepard's rank, there's no insignia or rank patch on any of the Marines' uniforms. Food for thought. Starting off, set the game to hard like a real gamer. And we head off.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Thanks for the ride. We're thrown into the thick of it as the train pulls up. We're greeted by Dr. Brain, saying how the Combine is pretty chill. Maybe you should join it?
Fuck you, Gordon Freeman. I hope you get run over by a fucking train. You stupid mother...
We get a glimpse of life here.
And the citadel so thoughtfully
it's all I have
provided by our benefactors. I've been proud to call City 7...
And we even see a Vortigaunt from Black Mesa. Things are... bleak.
Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even remember how I got here.
Until we make our way to the checkpoints.
Welcome to City 17. It's safer here.
We're stopped from going to Nova Prospekt.
You citizen, come with me.
Then, the unthinkable happens.
About that beer I owed you. It's me, Gordon, Barney from Black Mesa.
Mr. B!
It's him! Barney Calhoun, the security officer from Blue Shift, our best mate. And he hooks us up with Dr. Kleiner.
Great Scott! Gordon Freeman! I expected more warning.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospekt.
I've never been so happy to see our friends again. But Barney can't come with us. He'll meet up with us later as we climb on out. This place kinda looks like a prison, right? Cool. Chuck both bricks here and press one right up against the door as we move into the most important part of the game. We head up to this thirsty cop, grab the can and chuck it at his head. Lead him in here, run around and lock him in. Unlucky, unlucky. Heading out, we make our way to the plaza and we get a good look at City 17. Beautiful place. We see the Citadel, we see beatings, we see checkpoints, more beatings, more surveillance, good times. We head inside an apartment and see the squalor our people live in.
Oh, I thought you were a cop.
He's one of us.
Look at him down there.
I told you they'd be coming for us next.
Just this once, I hope you're wrong.
We're swept up in a raid. There is nothing we can do. We have to run. It looks bad. These people will live. They're just stunned and knocked out. We get to the roof and run into the first rebel. He gives his life for us, and he doesn't even know who we are. And for those counting, that's the first casualty in our story. Trying to evade the cops under heavy fire, we manage to actually run into a building, but it's too late.
Over here! Ha! No, you don't!
Kept you waiting, huh?
We meet Alex Vance, god tier character, another part of the Black Mesa family. She helps us escape and leads us to Dr. Kleiner's lab. After getting past the elaborate door, we're in the lab and meet our good mate, Dr. Kleiner.
Bit of a troublemaker, isn't he?
We owe a great deal to Dr. Freeman, even if trouble does tend to follow in his wake.
It's been too long, man. And finally, Barney makes it back. But first, Kleiner has a gift for us.
Damn it, get it off me! Lamar, there you are. I thought you got rid of that pest. Certainly not.
Lamar, the pet, scrambles away, while we lock in. The Mark V HEV Suit, the latest and last suit left. Yep, they got a bloody backyard teleporter.
That's not who I think it is it?
Indeed it is, and it's our intention to send him packing straight away in the company of your lovely daughter.
Are you ready for us, Dad?
We're all set on this end.
Then let's do it.
Conveniently, we arrived on the day where this is being used for the first time. Alex is away, and now it's our turn. Until Lamar comes in and screws everything up.
He's coming through, Dad.
What's going on, Judith?
I'm not sure. It seems to be some kind of interference.
Gordon, stay put. We'll get you out of there.
Something is drawing him away.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you? How did you get in here?
There he is! We're losing it again.
The man I saw. I'm all but certain it was Gordon Freeman.
Where is he?
Behind you.
Before we leave, make sure to use these barrels and remove the eye scanners. You can do that. We head up and meet Barney.
The Citadel's on full alert. I've never seen it lit up like that. Oh, and before I forget, I think you dropped this back in Black Mesa.
Kino. We begin. Civil protection are all over us, but we're not gonna run.
We're just gonna kill him!
You have to gun it. Go as fast as you can, heading through the trains, but here, hop onto the fence, then leap across and kill the first Metro cop. Take his gun and make short work of the others. Head to where you're supposed to go, then take down these two, prop some things up, and head back over and grab their ammo. Then head to this location, as a Metro cop will keep spawning and keep attacking us. Headshotting him with 4 bullets, we take out as many as we can. I was able to kill 9 more. And for a non-combat mission, we've already taken out 13 of them. Brilliant. There are 32 casualties. 5 of them were zombies. There are 6 survivors, 5 citizens and 1 Vortigaunt. And there are 3 citizens we save. Getting to it right off the bat, there's a couple here. I consider them survivors. They'll never die.
They'll be looking for you now. You'd better run. There's nothing else you can do here.
In the next section, you really want to take your time. A ton of cops come bearing down. Really draw it out and kill as many as possible. And yeah, don't shoot the barrels. We want to save them for the uprising. Perhaps they can be used against Striders or APCs. I don't know. At this point, after sidestepping the train, grab a spare pistol, we'll need it. And up ahead, we meet the first of the resistance. Leave the pistol here, it's for him. They'll need it more.
This is the Freeman. The Combine's reckoning has come.
Here, we'll save the crow first, and then, right here, we run into Station 1. As you enter, the people on this wall get executed. Those 2 will always die. This man will run off, but he'll get gunned down by this trooper, who will then shoot this other citizen, and this man is cut down. Here's what we do. Stay back and hit this wall. Zooming in, it'll take a lot of practice, but if you're quick and accurate, you can kill the cop. The citizen will run off and despawn? Well, that means he escaped, and we saved him. And before you say he's dead, nah, the game would actually let us know that by keeping his body there. Trust me, this happens later. Moving up to save this guy, you have to leap right at the grate. Be quick and take that cop down. The second this happens, he'll run out. Leap to the left and draw the fire of the MG nest. After taking him out, we can actually see both of our boys are alive. Wait, if you go inside the rebel outpost, he'll die. But if we use a barrel to get up there, he'll live. Just make sure you don't go down the ladder into the outpost, it'll still kill him. However, the Combine will attack again, so before we head up, we push him all the way back to the last 2 rebels, and get him as close as we can. Then, we finally use that barrel and head up. Now to properly save the 3rd guy, rush through here and cut down the cop coming through. And once we've done that, rush back to the machine gun and gun down everything. After we cleared out the area, grab a gun and some medkits. He can't pick them up, but lore-wise, he's got everything he needs. Also, don't forget to head all the way back and bring a gun to our man here. Moving ahead, take another gun and hand it to the next survivor we meet.
I'm gonna stay here in case any others come through. Gotta keep the railway alive.
Right, okay, kill these 2, and then amusingly, if you jump back, she's gone, and she took the gun as well. She realized the railroad is dead, so she's gotta get out while she can. We move through, dodging hunter choppers along the way, and again, removing more and more Combine, and the wildlife. We make it to another part of the railway, and we run into another survivor.
Civil protection is onto us. We're tearing up the railroad, covering our tracks. Looks like you're gonna be the last one through.
We can help him from the manhacks. He settles down after the fight, yet as we're leaving going down this hallway, he's scripted to die. Running back, there's nothing we can do. Once this happens and we get the MP4, look to the right and head in there. We see the first zombie in the game, but we also get a grenade. Much later, at this point, take a right and at this dead end, there's actually the first Overwatch soldier. Chuck the grenade up and he'll come crashing down. Nice. Finally, we make it to Station 6 and meet another survivor. Horribly, the Combine are shelling it with head crabs.
Hey! You're Freeman, aren't you? You got here at a bad time.
This guy, he'll be 100% fine. I tried everything, but there's nothing we can do to save these two. What we need to do is to fully clear out this place. And importantly, make sure to mercy kill this guy. Even when you push to the very end, double back as even more head crabs will reveal themselves. Once we've done that, we can make our way to a survivor who helps us into the airboat. Brilliant. Blasting out, make sure to stop at all these places to take out the head crabs on our way out. Yet, something horrifying happens. As we finish this chapter, if you immediately head back, that woman died, killed by the first fast head crab. Whoever coded this is a monster, but it shows the reactivity of the world. There are 14 casualties. 8 of these were zombies. There are 5 survivors, 3 citizens, 2 Vortigaunts, and no one we can save. Station 7 has already been wiped out. Bastards. When going through, always stop and get out of the boat to kill all the Metro cops and the barnacles as well. The main thing I'll point out is I always stop at every single cache, for sometimes it spawns in more Combine or head crabs to remove. It's at this point we're trying to get past a gate, and a hunter chopper is on us. With these turrets up here, we can damage it. It is impossible to kill, so the only thing we can do is rip into it, killing the co-pilot, as it's on fire and about to break. The second we go through this gate anyway, another chopper appears. As we continue through, more and more choppers are chasing us. Skipping past all of that, once we shake the choppers from our tail, we get here, jump over the gate with this ramp, and run into an outpost. These legends will install a hunter chopper gun onto our boat. Like goddamn, imagine stealing one of these things. What kings. From here, we heroically go back. At this wall, we can actually get back over it, and here is where the fun begins. Going back to the previous area, we can actually fight the hunter chopper here, blasting through and trading blows, until we actually destroy it. Yeah, you know what we're doing now. Deal with the APC here, then after that we go back to the previous area, take out another chopper there, and then we do it one last time, taking out the last chopper. At this gate we can't go back any further, but we've put a dent into their air wing, taking out 3 choppers. Zooming back past that outpost, there's another chopper waiting for us, yet under fire it pulls out. We can't kill it, best we can do is kill the co-pilot. Now that we've got the gun, the civil protection units do not stand a chance. Especially how we can obliterate every single APC from here. Then we run into that old hunter chopper. It just got repaired as it throws itself at us in one final battle. But in the end, it doesn't matter, and we take it down all the same. God damn, Gordon Freeman has only been here for a few hours, and we've taken out over 200 Metro cops, 9 APCs, and 4 hunter choppers. Stock up on supplies at the helo base and head over there. All the way in this tunnel, there is a secret Vortigaunt.
How many are there in you? Whose hopes and dreams do you encompass?
Let him cook.
Years ago, I was Chinese.
Their homeworld was destroyed and enslaved by the Combine. They fled to Zen and were enslaved by Nihilith. Gordon freed them, only for them to be enslaved again. Because Gordon saved them, they are ride or die with humanity.
Our life is worthless unless spent on freedom.
There are 2 casualties. One of them was a zombie, and the other a Vortigaunt. There are 13 survivors, 5 citizens and 8 Vortigaunts, and no one we can save. We finally make it, especially after doing a sick trick. We park our boat near the jetty and head inside Black Mesa East.
Dr. Freeman? Gordon Freeman? Is that you? Oh, Black Mesa. I do so envy you working with Eli and Dr. Kleiner when they are at the top of their field.
Dr. Mossman explains that we figured out local teleportation, something that not even the Combine have figured out. They can only tunnel from one universe to the other. Once they're there, they can't locally teleport around. Considering we're working with scraps in a cave, that's remarkable.
Now let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for help after the resonance cascade. I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me.
Eli lets us loose in the lab to have a look at a few things, until Alex arrives.
I guess you proved you can handle yourself out there.
There's nothing Gordon can't handle, with the possible exception of you.
Dad, please.
What did he mean by this? Judith leaves for a moment, definitely not foreshadowing anything. When she gets back, there's a lot of bad blood between Alex and Judith.
Alex, really? Sometimes I think you deliberately misunderstand me.
Alex, why don't you take Gordon along and give him some practice with the gravity gun?
Sure. Come on, Gordon. Let's go have some fun.
The zero-point energy field manipulator is not a toy, Alex.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
In the next moment, we hear the funniest thing ever.
You should hear her drone on about how it should have been her in the Black Mesa test chamber that day.
Lamau? Okay. Literally having a Wahlberg moment.
That's the old passage to Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore.
But you will. We get the gravity gun, and we meet Best Boy, Dog.
Good doggy. Gordon, this is Dog. My dad built him to protect me when I was a kid. First model was about yay high. I've been adding to him ever since. Haven't I, boy?
We play fetch with an old Combine bowl until the Combine found us. What a shock. Shelling us with headcrab canisters. There's only one here, so we kill that. And then we destroy the bowl for good measure. As this hunter chopper is bearing down on us, we escape and make our way back into the base. We rush back to help, but it's too late. We get separated as the base is falling apart. Alex tells us there's only one way out. We go down the old tunnel. Dog gets it up and heads back, leaving us alone. We head towards Ravenholm, going past all the signs and the barricades telling us to turn back. Oh yeah, jump scare warning, sorry. There are 272 casualties. 247 were zombies. There are 10 survivors, 9 citizens and 1 Vortigaunt, and no one we can save. This used to be a rebel base, until the Combine shelled it with headcrab canisters. Going from all the barricades and evidence of fighting, we can see the death of the city was long and grueling. It's been abandoned for so long, until we meet the last man in Ravenholm, Father Grigori.
What? Who is this? Another life to save? I'll keep my eye on you. More than that, I cannot promise.
Going through, getting help from the good father now and then, especially using all these traps he's made in the city. Make sure to explore every hidden place to really clear out the city as much as possible. We make do with the gravity gun as we meet up with the last survivor.
Come closer. You've stirred up hell. A man after my own heart. Here, I have a more suitable gun for you. You'll need it. Catch! Good. Now, keep it close.
Best intro to the shoddy I've ever seen. And you may have noticed, if you listen to the zombies, they scream. Well, if you reverse those screams, it seems the person, the host, is still alive.
God, help me!
That is why we remove every single zombie we can. We can lay them to rest and end their suffering. With that, we finally reach the church and to Father Grigori.
Greetings, brother. And so we meet at last. I suspect you have little wish to remain in Ravenholm, so I will show you to the mines. As for me, a shepherd must tend to his flock, especially when they have grown unruly.
On the way through these hallowed grounds, put everything to rest. Really stay back and use all the tools that have been provided to us. Trust me, they stop coming after a while. And keep going back now and then to take out any new hordes that come through. Before leaving, make sure to take out this poison zombie that's hiding in the back.
Farewell, brother. I fear I deliver you to a darker place. May the light of lights illuminate your path. Look to your own salvation.
This is kind of important. Stay here and kill every zombie that comes through. The zombies stop after a while. This is all we can do for Father Grigori. And before you ask, he's 100% alive. For in a cancelled Half-Life Episode 4, you would wake up in Ravenholm as Adrian Shepard. And of course, you would chill with Father Grigori. It sounds crazy? This was real. But to me, this is proof enough that the good father is alive and kicking. We blast through the old mines, which, yeah, stay behind here as well. You can fully wipe out all the headcrabs. Moving through the mines and clearing it all out, we make it back to the surface. And here we actually run into Overwatch. We run into their snipers first, which we deal with. We eventually run into this building owned by the Resistance, Shorepoint Base. We clear the whole area as we run into our people again, and everyone here will survive without our help. He'll be okay. It doesn't look like it, but she's actually a medic. And before heading in, head back and gather up all the pulse rifles. Heading in, we can see more wounded. Leave all the rifles on this table. This will help in the future. We get in contact with Alex and we're told that the Vortigaunts have tracked Eli. He's been taken to Nova Prospekt. Alex will meet us there by train. As for us, we're going along the coast. There are 9 casualties. 4 were zombies. There are 5 survivors, 4 citizens and 1 Vortigaunt. And there are 8 citizens we save. Right out of the gate, we can see the other side of Shorepoint Base. We got guns trained on the antlines. And for us, we're gonna travel in style. Now we're cooking with gas. We blast out and make our way along the coast. Make sure to stop by at every single landmark. There's always more things to put down. After clearing this house, we can look through these binoculars. We see New Little Odessa, the second of the rebel outposts along the coast. Moving along, taking out more Overwatch troops, make sure to blast their APCs into the water, destroying them. We finally roll up, ready to help.
Hurry, get in the basement. We're expecting gunships at any moment. Colonel Cubbage will be glad to see you made it.
Nice. However, immediately leave. Head around the entire base and bring as many rockets as you can to this point here. We head in and see Odessa.
Ah, yes, Gordon Freeman. I couldn't have asked for a finer volunteer. Colonel Odessa Cubbage at your service.
Grab the launcher and book it outside. After it passes the house, the gunship is hard-coded to always target the man in the tower. Yet I've only been able to hit it 5 times before it fires, although it takes 5 shots to take him down on normal. You can see where I'm going with this. Change the difficulty to normal just for this one fight. It's the only way. It's at least not as bad as literally slowing down time, like we did in the first game, but we're able to take down the gunship and save his life. However, small issue, it's hard to count how many people you save. When you go inside, this person disappears. Then there's only 4 people, 1 on the tower, 1 here, and 2 inside. However, if they die, the rebels will constantly respawn. Forever. If you're patient, you can get 100 or 1,000 people to die here. Obviously, that's absurd. Using some deduction, going from the binoculars, we see 6 people outside. Including the 2 rebels inside the basement, I'm gonna say that we saved 8 citizens. Everyone is alive.
Farewell. And please tell Dr. Vance that Colonel Cubbage regrets not having been able to rescue him in person.
Yeah, he looks done with this. We continue through, making a mess out of all the Combine in our way. They do not stand a chance, as we even take out another gunship. Yet, one important thing to note, fully clear out the roads by moving the cards to the side, and not in the ocean. Concerning these supply crates, be mindful. They're for everyone. If you don't need them, don't take them. They can save other people's lives. Dunk on these roly boys by chucking them into the water. Hit the gritty on more Combine nerds as we take out another gunship. And at this point, don't run, remove the antlines. They'll eventually stop. Towards the end, we make our way across a bridge, barely missing this train barreling down. However, with that, we finish the chapter. There are 37 casualties, 15 were zombies, there are 10 survivors, 7 citizens and 3 Vortigaunts, and there are 6 citizens we save. Getting started, going through this tunnel, we can see a ton of people who were butchered. We can even see where they barricaded themselves. That's why it's important to put all these zombies to rest. Then, to clear out the tunnel, moving all the cars aside for any future survivors. Moving on, we make our way here, to the last rebel base on the road, Lighthouse Point. It's about to be attacked, and when people die, there's an unlimited amount of rebels here. Except when the gunship arrives. It'll kill everyone, but no more citizens will spawn. If everyone's dead, then at the very end, it'll spawn in one medic to open the door for you. So how many can we save? Well, there's always one medic hiding in a lighthouse who I count as a survivor. But here, there's only 3 guys. But it seems this outpost can hold a lot more people. There's probably 8 people here, but to play it safe, I'll say there's 4 people we save. Before chucking the car in, throw these 2 barrels away, for people get stuck in them. After parking the car, blitz past these 3 guys and run all the way to the lighthouse. Then heading back down, right as the first dropship's coming in, a 4th person actually arrives. Nice. To keep everyone alive, draw the ship's fire, and using a barrel to cover yourself. When you're next to the dropship, it can't hit you, and it ignores the rebels. Deal with the Combine, and it gets tricky, but we need at least 1 person to pick up a rifle. Then rush the next dropship and repeat the process. Then, for the 3rd, rush up and quickly grab this for cover. It'll be enough. As we clean up, the last dropship comes in for the lighthouse. Stay here and draw its fire. Then, right as it lands, we rush it and we've done it. Cut down the Combine, and as the dropship leaves, quickly shoot 2 rifles inside. And as the gunship arrives, shoot a rocket, but don't hit it. We're gonna play it like a fiddle. It's completely distracted, focusing on the rocket. Head inside the lighthouse as our allies slowly follow us, but eventually they all get in. I immediately body block the door because they really want to go out to fight. They refuse to move back, but I'm able to fit this crate in and squeeze out. Stacking another crate just to be safe. We arm them up with the pulse rifles and we can see all 4 people made it. We've saved them. We easily make our way to the top and take out this gunship that's been plaguing us. As we're leaving, you can also notice 2 of the rebels have left, taking up positions elsewhere as the medic shows us the way out. Yet as we're leaving, it seems 1 more Combine dropship came in. You can actually hear the sounds of intense fighting, but I'm confident with the new guns and 0 casualties, our boys will win. Heading up, we immediately run into the most critical person in the whole world, Laszlo.
You there! Stop where you are! Stay on the rocks! Idiot! After you. Dear God! Poor Laszlo! The finest mind of his generation! To come to such an end.
Our man is so shell-shocked, he doesn't realize Laszlo is alive and kicking.
I know you tried to help. I'll stay with him a while. There's something I have to do.
Before we leave, we're still gonna help out. We're gonna chuck a bunch of things onto the sand so we can easily roll onto it and get out. Or his mate can help, as they're both alive. Now, we're told to stay off the sand. It alarms the antlions. This is one of the 2 times in the game the enemy will keep respawning. However, I don't want to spare him. So we're gonna run through the whole section, killing, shooting, and blitzing our way through, until we make our way to the Vortigaunt camp. There's a little boss battle with an antlion guard, but we kill it. As we put it down, a Vortibro comes out and gets us some theropods. We make our way through the Vortigaunt camp, and there's a ton of human and Vortigaunt survivors here. Pretty cozy place. With these pods, we can control the antlions. Gordon has been running this entire game. no more. For the first time, we're on the attack. Nova Prospekt, it's their fortress. Freeman will turn it into their grave. Rushing up the beach, don't turn off the thumpers. They're one of the only good things the Combine have ever made. It means for the first part, this is a one-man assault. But taking out these bunkers, we've punched a hole through their defenses. Enough for the antlions to push through. We move further along as we're completely under intense fire from the ridge. Honestly, the best part is we don't have to worry about casualties. After clearing out the bunkers, we finally make our way to the walls of Nova Prospekt. We punch through. With Gordon in front, leading the swarm, they don't stand a chance. As we lead the antlion tide, swarming over this base, as everything is falling apart. They send in a gunship. Hell, they desperately pull in a second gunship. They're afraid, as we've just secured a foothold. After taking out the second gunship, our way inside is open. But first, grab some rockets and hold onto them. We'll need it much later. There are 4 casualties. 2 were zombies, 1 stalker and 1 Vortigaunt. There are no survivors and no one we can save here. We hear these horrifying stories of Nova Prospekt, but once you're in, you notice there's no prisoners here. There's no one. Making our way through, removing all the turrets and making sure the antlions flood in. Throughout the facility, there's a ton of lambda symbols and caches, meaning people have escaped. Good. We can see on many transmissions that containment is failing, as even antlion guards are breaching in. And in a moment, we have to take one down. And after that, we get a hold of a small army of antlions. Pushing ahead like a wave of death, they stand no chance. And we even see one of the few dead Vortigaunts. What a shame. Moving ahead, you really see the amount of damage we've done, all without losing a single man, as we used our own enemy against the Combine. There's not much else until the end of the chapter, as we deal with one last antlion guard. Having done that, we make our way into the heart of the facility. There are 86 confirmed casualties. 4 were zombies. There are no survivors and no one we can save. We've made it to the actual heart of Nova Prospekt, and we've run into Alex.
I'm glad you made it here in one piece. My dad's up there somewhere, in that holding area. It's gonna take some doing to get him out.
Ah, okay. This is where their actual prison is. Every few minutes, there are trains coming in with 20 to 30 pods, and even more being transported around. They could all be filled, or maybe 50%, or maybe they're empty. We have no idea. We do know this room has at least 36 pods, and I'm certain they're all filled. There's nothing that can be done. After fighting through, we find Eli and meet up with him at the control room.
We're here to get you out, Dad.
Never mind me. Save
No,
yourselves.
we're not leaving you. I think I can recalibrate the Combine portal to get us out of here.
We can't leave Judith here either.
Don't worry, Dad, we'll find her.
It seems none of the antlions have breached this deep into the facility. No matter. We secure a checkpoint and smash through an entire horde of Combine as we crack into the system and find Judith.
I'm not calling about that.
What's she up to?
You promised you weren't going to touch Eli.
Oh my
The
God.
soldiers were a bit overzealous, I admit, but he was too tempting a prize to simply turn loose, especially in the absence of Gordon Freeman.
You would have had Freeman if you'd been patient and just waited for my signal. Doctor, please.
So sorry, Judith. I'm all out of time.
Damn her! I don't believe this! Come on, Gordon. Now we've really gotta hurry.
We rush through. One last checkpoint, as nearly every single guard in Nova Prospekt sieges our position, but they don't stand a chance. And here, there's a lot of pods in this area, but if you have a closer look, they're all empty. It's very hard to get a reading on just how many people are here right now. But with that, we reach Judith.
Leave it talking to me, Gordon.
Okay.
Gordon, how did you get in here?
We know all about you and Breen.
What?
You've been a spy for the Combine the whole time.
What are you talking about?
I'll abridge the conversation for you.
Shut up and be glad you're still some use to us.
Yeah, that's about it. Mossman is genuinely happy we found Eli, so we make our way to the experimental teleporter. Eli arrives, and yeah, in the background, there's 40 more pods, which I consider them all full of citizens. including the other 6 people we saw earlier. That confirms there's at least 82 citizens here.
Yes, Alex, where are you?
We're in Nova Prospekt. We'll send my dad through first. He's in position for... What's that? Hold on, gotta bring this back down.
Oh, no one could have seen this coming.
I'm sorry, Alex. It's the only
No! Get back!
What's going on, Alex? Jonas! What's happening?
Oh my god! What coordinates are these? Where the hell did she take him? No. Cover me, Gordon. I've got to reset the portal.
And cover her we did. It takes a really long time due to how new and inefficient the Combine teleporter is. But we kill a ton of guards, and right before we head out, move the friendly turrets into this corner. As we enter the teleporter, the elite soldiers are cut down. Based. The facility is coming down on top of us until we get out. We make it to Kleiner's lab, but no one's here to greet us.
Alex? Gordon? My God, how did you get here? And when?
What's wrong?
My dear, I had given up hope of ever seeing you again.
As the facility exploded, we felt as if we were teleported instantly. But for everyone else, we were actually stuck teleporting for 7 days.
Then what have we missed?
A great deal, my dear. The blow you struck at Nova Prospekt was taken as a signal to begin the uprising.
But what about my father?
Well, that is most troubling. According to the Vortigaunts, he is a prisoner at the Citadel.
We've got to get my father out.
Barney has been leading a push with that very aim in mind.
Dogs made it to the lab a couple of days ago. Honestly, it's actually kind of cute.
Alex and Gordon have just arrived.
Well, man, that's good news. I almost gave you guys up for lost.
Gordon and Doc can head your way. I want to get Dr. Kleiner somewhere safer. Then I'll meet up with you.
I'll take all the help I can get. Aw, crap! Incoming! Go on, get going!
And Kleiner refuses to leave without Lamar.
Dr. Kleiner, there's really no time.
No, she's around here someplace.
We'll find you another pet head crab. There are plenty to go around.
There's only one Heady.
What did he mean by this?
Stop looking! Stop my God!
All in Nova Prospekt was destroyed, killing everything that was inside. The antlions and probably hundreds of citizens. Yet they lost nearly 300 Overwatch guards to Gordon alone. The uprising's been going on for 7 grueling days of intense urban warfare, as every single citizen has taken up arms or have been executed. All of our previous actions have weakened the Combine. It's been for this moment, but now Gordon's here to finish the fight.
Therefore I say yes, I am a collaborator. We must all collaborate willingly.
There are 56 casualties. 41 were zombies. There are 15 survivors, whole citizens. And there are 38 citizens we save. Dog joins us as we spearhead into this Overwatch outpost. And while Dog is fighting the APC, we have to be quick and kill as many Overwatch as we can. Right at the end, the vehicle's thrown here, destroying it. We need to collect 4 pulse rifles, move them here past this door. Reinforcements arrive as Dog deals with them and hitches a ride. Honestly, it's for the best. It means he can bring the pain elsewhere. For us, bring the rifles through the fence and then bring them into the next area here. And when we meet up with the first rebel, we give him a rifle. Moving through, we use the gravity gun and we shoot the other pulse rifles to the plaza.
And reap we shall.
Brilliant. We've really done some redecorating. We get a squad and we arm them up with the AR-2 pulse rifles.
AK-47s for everyone!
However, there's again another huge problem with counting survivors. As you go through the city, there's a lot of citizens who join you. But this only happens if you keep getting everyone killed. So if you keep these 4 alive, all those extra people won't spawn. So in another playthrough, I got everyone killed, and I can confirm there are 21 reinforcements. I will count them as being saved. Just because we don't see them doesn't mean they don't exist. So keeping our squad alive, instead of these reinforcements coming to help you, they instead go out and help in other fights in the city. Starting off, we see 2 survivors up here. They even drop down supplies for us. Nice. As we move up and run into more citizens, make sure to disarm and rearm the mines. We need every advantage we can get. Up here, we can see 2 more pulse rifles. We arm up this guy and a medic who runs over to join us. Command the squad to stay put, for up ahead is the next guy we can save. A Strider bursts through, raining hell on us. You can see the rebel in the background up there. Keep the Strider distracted or he'll die. The Strider heads out and our man is alive and kicking. Moving ahead through the city, we're ripping through the Combine resistance. As we finally make our way here, there are usually 3 reinforcements here. For us, over there we can see a medic with another rebel. However, if we move past this doorway, he's scripted to die, and the medic will join us. Not on my watch. The only way to save him is to not go through this door, and the only way around is down the street. But there's a huge invisible wall here. First, head back into the previous apartment, and head up the stairs and we run into some zombies. Put them down and grab this table. In the previous section, grab another table and a couple of barrels. Let me cook. Bring them all here and stack them against the fence. Doing it just like this will allow us to climb over the invisible wall. We jump towards a building and we use a barrel to head on in. Then run all the way through to the original entrance to link up with our squad. Doing this doesn't break the scripting, as all the Metro cops are here when we come back. Heading down to the next part, we run into these barricades.
Man, the barricade!
Usually at this part, 4 reinforcements arrive, and if they all die, you get another 4 reinforcements infinitely, but I won't count them. At this part, stay where you are and kill as many of the Combine as possible. This area is a massive base for civil protection. After killing dozens, they stop. Move ahead and we get on the other side, and that's a lot of ammo. And at this point, you would also receive 2 more reinforcements. We make our way through the Civil Protection headquarters. After clearing out the whole base, top to bottom, we make our way to a supply tunnel used by the rebels, to which we would get 4 reinforcements here, then another 2 reinforcements later in the tunnel. Pushing through, we reach the end of the supply tunnel as a medic will clear the way for us. Killing a ton of Overwatch with a bunch of turrets, he clears the debris and we link up. Heading back to the surface, we actually run into a resistance stronghold as it's being shelled by headcrabs. And at this point, we would have received 2 more reinforcements.
Dr. Freeman, if you were looking for a place to hole up, it's not safe here anymore. They're shelling the hell out of us.
Without us, this base will fall. Moving through, we remove the Combine down here at the window. At the next window, use a crossbow to take that guy out and provide covering fire for the survivors. The first nightmare part of this entire run. Right here, when you enter, you see another skirmish outside. However, a bloody Strider strolls through and instantly kills all 4 citizens outside. It will sometimes decide to crouch, and when it does, it sprints to the exit and leaves the street. I spent so many hours here, but I always find a way. And it turns out, you can squeeze a rocket through the window. The rocket will stop the Strider firing. We only have 3 shots, and we need RNG to make it crouch. With a lot of skill and a lot of luck, we actually pull it off. And we save all 4 citizens. We're all gonna make it. With that, moving ahead, we run into someone else's story in this mess.
I can't take it anymore.
Everything's gonna be okay.
What are we going to do?
We'll think of something.
When is it all going to end?
Don't worry.
Please.
It's all right.
Heading out, so we get into the first courtyard and run into a survivor. We can see we're getting pounded. As the bridge comes down, shoot an energy ball at the middle section. Timed perfectly, it'll actually take out the rocket and save their life. They open that door for us as we grab that pulse rifle from before and we arm one of them up. Now, inside this building at the stairs, you have to be quick to take out the soldier. His old mate runs off and picks up a shotty. Nice. We repeat this again as we head up the stairs and we save one more citizen using an SMG grenade. Give him a shotgun for close encounters. Grab the pulse rifle and give it to the other survivor all the way from before. Fighting through, we make our way to the bridge, and I consider this guy saved. You'll see. Since that guy at the top won't move, they can die easily to intense fire. So right before the second courtyard, chuck a grenade here to distract him. Then run through. Shoot the guy up there, and once that's done, snipe the guy upstairs as well. After clearing out the second courtyard and disarming the mines, grab one of these pulse rifles, head all the way back to the bridge and arm up this guy. And within this building of the base, we would have gotten 3 reinforcements. At the last section, aim around here and throw another nade to kill him. Rush ahead and snipe the 2 Combine up there. Then turn around and take out the final soldier at the doorway behind us. Then, heading over the bridge, take out the next 2 guys and the last one jumping down. They would have killed the guy from before, and our gal on top. We've done it. Going through the burnt buildings, taking out the last of the zombies and Overwatch troops, we finally secured the rebel base, saving it. And up ahead, after running into a bit of a horror scene, we rendezvous with Alex, and we make our way to a command station downstairs. And at this point, you would have received 3 more reinforcements, the last for this chapter.
Well, we're in luck. There's a generator in the square outside. We're trying to disable as many as we can to loosen the Combine's grip on this sector.
Basically, in the next area, we have to defend Alex as she hacks into it, as there are waves of Combine soldiers. But this takes a lot of time. We order our squad to the very back. It's safe there. You will constantly have to jump between the 2 areas as the Combine flood in. After quite a while and a ton of dead Combine, we destroy the generator and open up the exit. Unfortunately, the Combine never stopped coming. So I stayed behind and cleared out the area as best as we can. And before Alex came through, I forced our squad to follow, and we made it. Everyone is alive. Barney is on the other side of the destroyed canal. Alex climbs the building to scout out a new route.
Hey! Looks like we might be able to get through down there. Let's head that way. Ah! No! Gordon, run! Get out of here!
The Combine capture her, taking Alex to the Citadel. This isn't over. Our squad can't follow, so we leave him here as we continue through. As we move into the sewers. It's actually really sad. There are lots of dead citizens here who are trying to hide, stuck between manhacks and headcrabs. The only thing we can do is avenge them. In the rest of the chapter, there's a ton of fighting between zombies and lots of Combine tracking us down. Honestly, this is good. It means most of the heat is on Gordon. There are 37 casualties, 14 were zombies. There are 12 survivors, all citizens, and there are 66 citizens we can save. We run into a citizen and we find out Barney is pinned down by snipers. As we walk out, there's another citizen who's about to get sniped. Push him out of the way and charge towards the sniper. Order the squad to stay put, and the sniper, obviously, targets you. With him out of the way, head down the other street and take out the other sniper too. Then head inside this building and bring another citizen along. If both original citizens died, there would be 1 extra reinforcement here. In this chapter, there are 38 reinforcements. Now instead of moving forward, I head back to the last section and I grab 6 pulse rifles. We bring 3 to the first room and arm up our squad. Moving through the next building, there's some headcrabs and a survivor in the basement.
We thought we'd be safer down here. Little we know the place was infested. The rest of them headed upstairs. They took the chances with the snipers.
A ton of zombies ambush us, but they don't stand a chance. Regardless, I brought down some medical supplies and a gun. It's the least we can do. Moving up, we see zombies and snipers. We take them all out one at a time until we clear out the plaza and link up with Barney. Now, instead of moving up, order the squad back down these stairs and use this cabinet to block the way. Doing this, they won't be able to follow. Trust me, let me cook. Moving to the next area, we actually receive 3 reinforcements. Now head all the way back and give them the other 3 rifles. Now it's a bit crowded, but order everyone down the stairs. All 6 rebels are stuck here. Obviously, canonically, they can step over this, no problem. We make our way to the Nexus building. It's the main base of operations for Overwatch. Remember that generator Alex told us about, powering a sector? There are 3 within the Overwatch Nexus. Now, why did we ditch our squad? Up ahead in the building, there are prisoners. They act as reinforcements. If we didn't ditch our squad, then these citizens would still be prisoners and most likely killed. Before running down at this area, grab a barrel and shoot it at this building. And when you're running on the street with a gravity gun, shoot this ruined car past the first shield. Clearing out the area and cutting down the combine. There's one guy in here who will always spawn no matter what. He'll never join our squad, but when you walk past this door, he'll instantly die. Here's what we do. Cut down this combine before he kills the prisoners. Push that car into this corner. Now it looks pretty scuffed, I'll admit, but stack up all the props here and hop on top of the barrel and we can just jump past the gate. We head inside from the other door and we've saved him. Burst the lock and get him out. Those 2 will arm up and join our squad. For this one guy, bring a pulse rifle to him and he'll eventually pick it up. But there are more prisoners ahead. Order them back inside the fence and use the barrel to block them. Obviously, they're free, but this is the only way to stop them from following. With that, we can easily make our way inside the Nexus building. Inside, we cut down a ton of combine until we make our way to the 2nd floor and we free the last of the prisoners. You'd love to see it. Honestly, this entire section is not a problem until we finally knock out all 3 generators, which turns off the force fields and the mortar on the roof.
I'm gonna stay here and keep these gates open long enough to make a difference. If any more citizens come through, I'll send them up to find you. See you when I see you, Gordon.
At this part, we would get 3 reinforcements. In one of these crates, we get 3 rockets. And at these stairs, grab this rocket launcher and bring it with us to the top. This part is actually hell. You'd go into the roof and a gunship would instantly kill your squad. Yet the problem is down there. 2 citizens from that bunker and 1 citizen from this corner will infinitely respawn. A Strider comes through and will kill dozens of people. And no, you can't kill him. The Strider is invincible. This only ends when you move into the next section. To get an idea of how many citizens died here on average, I watched videos of 10 random people play this part. I recorded how long it took all of them to get through, and on average it takes 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Then I count how many rebels die here within 4 minutes and 15 seconds. I recorded this 10 times and there's an average of 22 casualties. Right, to save as many as possible, you'd need to speedrun this section. We also need to do some very specific things to save more citizens in the next area. Here's the God Run. Shoot the rocket launcher at the door, then grab a rifle and bring it with you. Shoot the RPG roughly over there, then wedge the pulse rifle into the door to block the squad from following. Kill the combine and make sure the RPG we yeeted is still on the roof. At this stage, the gunship will arrive. Start to hammer it. It'll take 7 shots. Be careful to not pick up the second launcher here. Only get ammo from the box. We can't miss a single shot, as I killed the gunship just as it circled around the building once. Grab ammo from the box, bring the squad with us as we rush to this door with both RPGs. Use this mine to give us a boost over the ledge, then grab both RPGs and shoot it at the container. Run over, hit the button and extend the bridge, and make sure to snipe a few of the Overwatch scum. At this exact same time, the dropship will start to deploy. Our squad will follow when the gate opens. Shoot the RPGs across the bridge and quickly charge. Then wipe out the floor with the energy balls, and then grab the RPGs, throw them down and jump. Boom. I made it in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Now, couldn't count the casualties below, so to have a concrete number, I recorded how many citizens died in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Now I did this 10 times and there's an average of 12 casualties. So by going super quick, we've saved 10 citizens. And I will also count 3 survivors here for the guys that are still alive. You also get 4 reinforcements on this part of the roof, and 2 more reinforcements at the beginning of the next area. This next section I call Strider Hell. It is cooked. The moment you leave this door, a Strider spawns, then a second, then 4 more. pain. And there's one lone guy over there, he'll die. That 5th guy and our squad of 4 will follow and die. There's 5 people outside the Nexus building, they'll die. 1 guy in the bunker, dead. 1 person above the rockets, dead. 1 guy to the dumpster, super dead. And these next guys will respawn, but there's 2 guys on this roof, 1 on that roof, and 1 person tucked in this building. And a lot of them will die. What if I were to tell you we can save all of them? Before we run out, shoot the 2 RPGs towards the gate. Quickly rush out and whip out the rocket and pummel into that Strider. It takes 7 shots, but the citizens will help out, so we only use 6 rockets. We take it out, but we're not done yet. Order your squad to leave as a second Strider comes through here. And this looks desperate, but use 3 energy balls and shoot it as it approaches. Duck into cover and chuck a grenade at your feet. You have to time it perfectly so it blows up in its face. Duck behind the van and throw 2 more grenades. Then whip out the RPG and rip into it with our last 3 shots, and we've done it. However, if you go through that gate, it'll spawn 2 Striders. So instead, use the grav gun and step on the dumpster and give yourself a boost over the wall. 2 medics here will join our squad. Nice. You have to do this in a specific order. Starting off, jump over here, then jump around over the cover. The only threat left are a bunch of Overwatch soldiers on the other side of the plaza. Make sure to put them down first, then we can freely walk around. But wait, canonically, those 4 Striders are marching down here. Following rule 2, I have to kill them. Hell, I want to kill them. Now jump back, you trigger this medic, and you might as well bring them along. Then head to this building and grab the door. Then head back. Since the area is clear, when you run here, the guy out of the dumpster doesn't die, but it spawns a Strider. Use the door and chuck it against the wall and grab some rockets. Pummel into the Strider with 3 shots. Our allies need to hit it as well. Jump down, grab some more, then head back up. I charge in and I unload the last of our rockets. And with some luck, it goes down. Beautiful. Now grab some more rockets. There are 2 more RPGs in that building and in the bunker. Bring them all here, but leave 1 to the side. We'll need it later. Then head all the way back to the gate. Order our squad into the middle, and the moment we cross the gate, we have to blitz it. Pummel the Strider as we run to our rocket stash. We use a few rockets and eventually take it down. And the 5th Strider marches in. We do the same, but we have to finish the job with a grenade. And we take it down. Now head back to the rocket crate and arm up. Going through normally, the last citizen will spawn, and so does the Strider. Only using the crate, we have to keep the pressure up, be quick, be efficient, and at long last we bring down the final beast. Everyone in the plaza is alive. All 18 citizens. Old mate from before is still there. 6 people, including our old squad, are outside the building. All 5 people on top of the buildings are alive and kicking. The boys next to the rocket crate and the dumpster are good. And of course, our 4 medics. With 6 Striders dead, their counter-offensive failed. We've done it again. Bring that spare RPG and make our way to the next section. Here, if our squad follows, they'll die to another Strider. Order the medics to stay back, for this hallway will collapse. As we go through the next area, shoot the RPG, we don't need it, but run across and the Strider will come from behind. When it does, it blocks the doorway. And if all 4 are alive after the explosion, they're safe. Push your way to this building, and in the background you see 3 survivors, then 2 more later. Get to the rocket crate and take out the Strider. Head back down and grab the RPG and bring it with you to the last section. Just 1 more push.
It's a mess out there. This close to the Citadel, they've turned the streets over to Striders. I think we can push them back if we can just get to high ground.
Head on through and don't worry about that Strider for now. Get into cover in this garage as 2 more citizens join us. Push through and clear out the area. Now this is very complicated as well. We can bring these 3 Chads all the way to the end. But in this final push, there are 15 rebel reinforcements in this one area. Some of them respawn infinitely, but again, I'll only count them once. You get 3 here, 1 there, 2 in the garage, 1 here, 2 medics at the Strider shot, 2 more medics jumping down, 1 more supporting you here, 2 more while you're on the roof, and 1 more over there. A lot of reinforcements, but none will appear if we keep these 3 alive. At the start, we need to clear this area, including the Strider. Using our rockets, then the spare RPG, we then throw a grenade to finish the job. Up ahead, the problem is this Strider is hiding in that ditch. Get our squad to hide here, run up and trigger the Strider, but take cover with the squad. The beast doesn't see us and passes by. Before it turns around, run to the ditch. With some luck, the squad will follow instead of fighting. With that, it's smooth sailing. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of fighting here. Keep an eye out for thrown grenades and keep cutting down the Combine left, right, and center. It's rough, but we can keep everyone alive until we get to the central building. From here, order the squad to stay put at the bottom of the stairs. Quickly run up and get the rockets from the crate. Block the squad because one citizen comes to reinforce you. Ignore the gunship, it's falling back. Now it's a little tricky in the positioning of the Striders help, but keep the squad in the stairs. Pop your head out and take some pot shots at the Striders. Quickly run and get ammo. Then back in the stairs to block the squad. And keep doing this until you kill the first, then the second Strider. With them out of the way, we're done. We've taken out 10 Striders as we clear out the Overwatch forces on the building over there. With that, a survivor joins us on the roof and we shimmy our way across. Our squad will hold this position. We make our way down and run into 2 more survivors. We head across and run into Barney and Dog. They are tearing through the Combine. With the dream team in tow, our momentum seems unstoppable. Dog rips into the Citadel wall and makes a path for us.
And if you see Dr. Breen, tell him I said...
There are 10 confirmed casualties here. 9 of them are stalkers. No survivors and no one we can save. We've made it. We're finally at the base of the Citadel. It takes a bit of mucking about, but we're able to make our way inside. Going through, we have to let ourselves get captured in this prisoner transport. Going through, the horror sets in. We see there are so many more synths here. Gunships, Striders, the works. What's worse is we see the razor trains. We can see rooms where there are hundreds, thousands of pods where they store citizens. Honestly, we have no idea if these are full or empty. We get dropped off in this security area, and all of our weapons are destroyed, but not the gravity gun. It somehow gets overcharged, freeing us as well in the process. We are deep behind enemy lines. We can fully let loose and just kill every single Combine scum we get our hands on. At every single point, stay behind and let the Combine spawn in as much as possible. Only move up when they've run out of men to throw at you. We climb our way up the tower and taken out one last Strider. Nothing is standing in our way.
Look, Gordon. Look at what you are throwing away. Is it worth it?
Towards the end, we have to allow ourselves to get captured again. It's the only way forward. Unfortunately, we're detected. We're stuck, and we're being brought all the way to the top of the Citadel. And we see more and more synths. This is why you kill everything, to give our people down there a fighting chance. Here, there are no survivors and no casualties, and no one to save except the world. The gravity gun is taken off of us as Dr. Mossman greets us.
I'm sorry, Gordon.
We pull up, we're having one hell of a reunion with the Black Mesa family.
Good God.
Well, if it isn't Gordon Freeman at last. What's this? I'll put it over there. You have my gratitude, Doctor. First you lead me straight to the doorstep of my oldest friend, and then you deliver yourself?
Dr. Breen's gloating, but he thinks Eli can stop the uprising. He'd rather die.
Eli, if you won't do the right thing for the good of all people, maybe you'll do it for one of them.
Alex, honey.
Dad. Gordon?
God damn you, Breen, you let her go.
That's all up to you, my old friend.
They're both stubborn, so Breen sends them to die on the far side of a Combine portal.
It isn't necessary.
I agree. It's a total waste. Fortunately, the Resistance has shown it is willing to accept a new leader. And this one has proven to be a fine pawn for those who control him.
No!
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
How about it, Dr. Freeman? Did you realize your contract was open to the highest bidder?
Gordon would never make any kind of deal with you.
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends. I'll send them on their way, and then we can talk openly.
Don't struggle, honey.
Dad, I'm so sorry.
Alex, sweetheart.
Judith, what do you think you're doing?
We're doing what I could never do alone. We're stopping you.
Yes.
Dr. Mossman's turned to light.
You fool!
Watch out, he's gonna—
No!
The moment we can move, that worm escapes. But Judith has actually saved us. Eli, Alex, and Gordon.
Dr. Mossman, Judith, look after my father.
Don't you worry.
Dad, I'm not saying goodbye.
Never.
They'll make it out. We run into Breen talking to a Combine advisor. Mentioning something about a host body? He's managed to slip by, but he's actually left the gravity gun. He has no clue. We see the Combine teleporter. It's powered by the Citadel's dark fusion reactor. But if we can destroy it, we can stop Breen from teleporting and destroy the Citadel.
Do your worst, Gordon. But be careful.
We make our way into the chamber. The Combine teleporter is slowly charging with Breen inside. We have to move fast and climb to the top, as Combine troops are flooding in trying to stop us. We finally make our way to the top, and the portal is starting to open, and we see another galaxy. As two gunships pour in. They delay us for a moment, but we've destroyed them, but with very little time to spare.
Come on, Gordon. We've got to get out of here. Maybe we still have...
Time, Dr. Freeman? Is it really that time again? It seems as if you only just arrived. You've done a great deal in a small time span. Rather than offer you the illusion of free choice, I will take the liberty of choosing for you, if and when your time comes round again. I trust it will all make sense to you in the course of... well, I'm really not at liberty to say. In the meantime, this is where I get off.
For now, it's over. The G-Man whisks away Gordon in his moment of triumph, but not for long, as both Gordon and Alex will soon be saved by the Vortigaunts. But that is a tale for another day. From Gordon Freeman's perspective, this is what we see. 560 casualties, 76 survivors, and 121 people we saved. Breaking it down, 558 were citizens, 341 were zombies, and 2 Vortigaunts. There are 60 citizens and 16 Vortigaunts who survived. Finally, there are 121 citizens we saved. In total, there are 197 citizens and Vortigaunts who all make it through and survive the impossible. Nothing can be done to undo the torture of what the Combine have done to our world, but we've done our part and gave life a chance. We've killed over 1,000 Combine troops, destroyed dozens of their vehicles, and saved as many of the innocent as possible. But they never had a choice. This suffering, this war, was forced on them. The destruction of the Citadel will be felt throughout all of history. Humanity cried out against fate as we stood up against this unstoppable force. This fight, by all means, is futile, impossible. Yet in this moment, there is hope. For victory, for freedom. The struggle is far from over. But for now, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. I want to give my sincerest thanks to the patrons who really help out. They've been supporting me for the past 2 videos. Thank you. Until next time, cheers.